All right, we on. We good. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. This your boy Gert G, and I'm back at it once again. I'm in my man cave, and my sister sent me 10 questions because I told her to send me 10 questions that you want me to answer. So she sent it to her phone, but I wrote it down because, of course, I'm recording on my phone right now. Okay, hopefully it's a good angle. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Mic check, mic check. And like I said, none of this is scripted. I don't script my videos. I just flow naturally because I feel like when you script stuff, I'm not gonna say it's fake, but I like to come across the dome with like freestyle. But anyway, okay, let's get into these 10 questions. The first question, who is your greatest influence? Well, being that I've always seen my parents go to work, you know, I was always around them every day. So I'm gonna have to say my parents, of course. They provided for me and my sister growing up. It was just me and her. I was the oldest, but I was like a year and some change older than her. She's always like, you just a year, whatever. So she makes a big deal about that. But anyway, it's all good. So I'm gonna have to say my parents. Okay, next question. What was the most challenging thing you've overcome? What was the most challenging thing you've overcome? Okay, the most challenging thing I've overcome in my life, it probably was at an early age when I had to stop caring about what people think about me and stop being a follower of the crowd and just do my own thing. Because if you care about what Sally, Susie, Jane, or John thinks about you all the time, you're pretty much gonna be lost in the sauce. So that's one of the most challenging things, is to not really care about what people think about you, especially if they're not paying your bills, if they're not providing, you know, food on your table, if they're not, I mean, I look at, like, you know, in life, you can take people's opinions, but sometimes if you know in your heart that you got a mission, a goal, and people say like, oh, that's weird, that's this, that, just, can't listen to that. You gotta block out all the noise. Okay, next question. Tell me about a time that changed the course or direction of your life. Tell me about a time that changed the course or direction of your life. What changed my life? Well, off the top of my head, I know for a fact when my daughter was born, that changed my life, because I not only had to live for myself, I had to live for someone else, and that was my little Kelsey. Yeah, she's 9, she'll be 10 in November, but yeah, that really changed the course of my life, where it really made me grow up and realize, you know, do I want to go buy these pair of sneakers, or do I want to go get this Similac, or do I want to go splurge over here, or do I want to put food on the table for my child? So yeah, next question. What is your greatest desire? What is your greatest desire? That's a good question, Elizabeth. You coming with these good questions. My greatest desire. Well, I tell you, one of my greatest desires is to have the next generation financially smart and do it better than we did, you know, financially and just mentally and spiritually, just better than us. You know, we have to give these kids the tools they need to do their own research, but this is an informational age. So it's no excuse for the kids not to really learn. And greatest desire is also to leave generational wealth with my kids. Okay. Describe your perfect day. Now, Elizabeth, you already know this answer, but I'm gonna tell the world. My perfect day, I'm at the beach. I'm listening to the seagulls. I'm just vibing, listen to some nice music, maybe some soft reggae or just some old school classical, classic music, soul music. Just watching the waves crash against the sand, my toes in the sand. I'm just laid out in a gazebo somewhere. That's my perfect day. Okay. Next question. Which book or movie impacted you the most growing up? Which book or movie impacted you the most growing up? Well, which movie or which book impacted me the most? Because there were so many books and so many movies that impacted me. What stands out of my head? Man. Which book or movie impacted you the most? I know one of the first books I read when I was 25, I can't exactly remember the name of the book, but I remember reading the book and it was describing me in the book. And I had to stop and really realize, wait a minute, I don't have to do this. I'm living like a puppet. I'm things I see on music videos. It's like an imitation life. That's really what impacted me when it opened my eyes up when I started reading and started realizing it's different worlds, it's different cultures, it's different things out there than just one track minded people. No, I didn't mean to say that. It's just it's different things to realize. But when you read about yourself and you realize that, wait a minute, you living like a puppet and you don't have to live like a puppet, then you free yourself, you free. Okay. Moving on. What's your favorite childhood memory? What's your favorite childhood memory? My favorite childhood memory. I have so many. I know the one that comes out top of my head was when I was in Texas for a summer with my auntie Gloria and my uncle Antonio. And we used to go to the YMCA. They had a big size Olympic pool with like 4 diving boards. I'm talking about, it was like a 12-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot pool. That thing was nice. And that's another thing about me. I love to swim. My mom called me a water baby. So yeah, that's one memory that I remember in those nice pools. Okay. Next question. If you could change one thing in your past, what would it be? Elizabeth, I'm telling you, you coming with these questions. Yeah, you really coming. Okay, if I could change one thing in my past, what would it be? I'd probably get in them books and go to school to be a architect, so I can design. Because I like to design homes and like buildings. I'm just fascinated because my uncle, he lives in Germany. He's an architect. He's been doing it for like 30 plus years. He might be retired now, I'm not sure. But yeah, his name is Georg too. My name is Georg. My mom's German and my dad's black. Of course I'm mixed. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would go back to school to be an architect so I could build homes. And I actually want to build, me and my wife, our dream home, our forever home, with pools and movie theater, like a listening room, pool tables, arcades. Just had a thing like Disney World or something. All right. Let's see. Next question. How do you cope when things get really hard? Well, 2 things. I cope with prayer and I cope with music. Like I have a vinyl record player and started collecting vinyl records, and I just drop the needle. I like that sound, that vinyl sound. It just soothes my soul. It just does something to me. But music, it automatically calms me down. You know, when I listen to the right music. And I remember riding with my dad when I was younger. He used to listen to Johnny Taylor and Al Green, you know, soulful music like that. So that's really what drives me, is music. Okay, last question. How do you feel about where you grew up? Okay, how do you feel about where you grew up? How do I feel about where I grew up? Well, it made me who I am. But, you know, from a small town, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you know, home of the Roll Tides. We all know this. But, yeah, like I said, it was a small town, and just when you're trying to grow, you know, you're trying to expand your wings like an eagle. Sometimes you gotta leave the coop, sometimes you gotta leave the nest. You gotta do your thing. But yeah, so basically, I mean, I feel pretty good where I grew up. I can't even say, I had good memories, good childhood memories. I used to do backflips after school with this guy named Antonio Woods. I used to just ride bikes. I remember my sister, she went up under the car on a bicycle. Yeah, we had to pull her out. But other than that, yeah, I like these 10 questions. But yeah, this your boy Gary G, and I'm out, YouTube.